Hey guys, it's Allison here for Fit Bottom World at Thrive Yoga in Rockville, Maryland. And today I want to spend a little bit of time with you going through one of the most recognizable sequences in yoga. It's called Surya Namaskar A, and you may have also heard it called Sun Salutations or Sun A. Now there's a ton of variation out there on Sun A, but in its most basic form, it's really just 8 poses that are strung together in a sequence and set at the pace of your breath. Now what's super cool about Sun A is that once you get the hang of it, you can use it as a warm-up for your practice to get the blood flowing, to get your muscles loose, or you can use it as a standalone practice. You just keep flowing through with your breath, and if you wanted, adding a couple of lunges or warrior variations along the way. It's really up to you. But the most challenging thing about learning Sun A when you're first starting out is remembering the order of the 8 poses. So today we're going to simplify it. We're going to break it down into bite-sized chunks so that you can find your own flow. So come on, let's get ready to breathe and move. All right, here we go, Sun A. We're going to break it into 3 parts, and then we'll put it all together at the end, okay? So come to the top of your mat and find mountain pose. Now, if you don't know mountain pose, if you're not familiar with it, no worries. Just put this video on pause, skip on over to the Fit Bottom Zen site, find Yoga 101 Mastering Mountain Pose. I do a whole video breaking this down, getting you all aligned, so check that out if you haven't already. But otherwise, come to the top of your mat, set up in mountain pose. So you have feet grounding down, pressing into the floor, and then you lift from your belly, heart and the top of your head up. So lift out of your legs. Palms face the same direction as your eyes. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head, look up at your thumbs. And then exhale, reach your head towards your hands. Drop your hands out to the side. Now reach your head forward, tailbone back, flat back, come all the way down to a fold. Release the back of your neck. Then inhale, bring your hands to your shins or your thighs, lift up halfway. Crown of the head presses away, tailbone presses back. Exhale, fold in. Okay? That's part 1. Pretty straightforward, right? Up, down, down. Okay, so let's go through that one more time, and then we'll go into part 2. Come into mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head, look up. Exhale, swan dive, hinge from the hips, fold forward, flat back, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring some of the weight into the balls of your feet, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Release the back of your neck. So, part 2. Line up your fingers to the tips of your toes. Plant your hands, bend your knees if you need to. Step your right foot back, and then your left foot back into a plank. High plank, top of the push-up. Reach the crown of your head forward. Press into your heels, push back. So, you inhale here, and then when you exhale, you'll shift your weight forward, so your shoulders past your wrists. You're on your tippy toes. You can drop down onto your knees. Stay on your toes, bend your elbows. Lower down to Chaturanga. And then lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, press up. Open your heart. Cobra pose. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Okay, time out. So Chaturanga, we've also done a video on that. That's one that's done wrong a lot, and it can be dangerous for your shoulders. So just make sure you stop the video if you're not familiar with Chaturanga and go watch that. I've also done an entire video for Fit Bottom Zen on downward facing dog, how to align that properly, okay? So these pieces, if you're not familiar with them, don't worry. We've already covered it. Just go find those videos. They're really easy to find on the Fit Bottom Zen site, and they'll get you up to speed with everything, okay? So let's start back in the forward fold with part 2 again. This part is called the vinyasa. Right, so it's a sequence that you see in vinyasa classes, flow classes, they'll say take a vinyasa. It's just the second piece, okay? So let's start back up here in the forward fold. Line up fingertips to toe tips. Plant your hands, bend your knees if you need to. Step back with one leg, and then step back with the other. Come into plank pose, top of a push-up. All right? Inhale and plank. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows, squeeze them in close to your sides. Come down halfway, Chaturanga. And then exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, press your hands into the mat and lift your heart up for cobra pose. A little back bend here. And then exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Now traditionally in Sun A, you'll take about 5 breaths in downward facing dog. So go ahead, you'll take those breaths, and then we'll move into part 3. Okay? So let's head into part 3 here from downward facing dog. You're going to inhale, look forward to your hands. Step your feet forward to meet your hands. You'll be in a forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Come back into that halfway position. Reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold in. Then inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, bring your palms to touch. Hands come to heart center. Release your hands down for mountain pose. Okay, 3 parts. So let's go through it all together. All right, so we can sort of see how it all flows together, and I'll keep the breath cues going so you can see how it's one breath, one movement. All right? Mountain pose at the top of your mat, set up. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, swan dive down, fold in over your legs. Inhale, halfway position. Exhale, fold. Line up your fingers to your toes. Step back. Inhale and plank. Exhale, shift your weight forward, lower to Chaturanga. And then all the way to the floor. Inhale for your back bend, cobra pose. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. On your next inhale, look forward to your hands. Step your feet forward to meet your hands. Fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Rise up. All the way up. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And then release your hands down to the side. Mountain pose. Coming back to where we started.